Football League on EA Sports. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the New York Jets. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now Hall to start the drive. Shoves him aside. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The Jets at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Arizona defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So in prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
On play action, now Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep in a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Motion man is Schwartz. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's Murray. Got an open man at Schwartz. Into space at the 45. Down the sideline he goes. He may go. Touchdown, Cardinals. Anthony Schwartz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cards are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Point after try forthcoming. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you met fan bases that wanted that. They were happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Throwing is Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. But you look at this defense. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll buy some time right. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Murray now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Murray to air it out again. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Flushed out right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Ty Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
On first down, Buckley. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Cardinals 21, Jets 3.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Look again.
Now Rodgers. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Here's more on the return. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Murray off play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
To throw, it's Murray. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. This pass out wide to Hall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Running left, it's Hall. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hall again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll give to Hall. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
They got 29 yards that time. Throwing on first down is Murray. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 41.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he's going to ball his way forward to the 48. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. To throw is Rodgers. Off the bootleg. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cards will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Murray now on first down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Out to the flat here for Johnson. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here's Johnson again on second down. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll roll him out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his action.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the...
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things up.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are back within a score.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 40 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Murray. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game. Well, listen, now, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
He lost 6 there on the first down play. Ball again on second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. They go to Johnson again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Second down, Murray sets to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. No gain on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of him and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
4 receivers in the package. Here's 3rd and 7. Murray now. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
A 4-receiver set here, 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Rodgers. this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, Johnson. To about the 40-yard line.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. On 2nd down, here's Murray.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Murray. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again, Murray. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Straight ahead is Hall. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Returning it is Moore. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now Murray throwing on second down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Ty Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter touchdown and a two-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Breaks through the contact. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Ty Johnson, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Cardinals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Ball again on 2nd down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
4th down now after a loss of 2. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that should just about put this one in the win column for the Cardinals. Back to throw it, Murray. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. He's going to let it go again. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way
It's like, I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm... phone ring, hello. Said he capping, but won't step, you know. Every time he sell me, that's phone, hello.